Welcome back to the third tutorial of the female character modeling. My name is Kamya Simon Peter. Today we're going to be modeling the hand, and that is from the shoulder to this part of the wrist. Okay, so let's proceed. So in our last tutorial we modeled the leg and we attached it to the torso. I just want to check. I can see an open vertex there. Okay, so let me weld it. Okay, target weld that to that. Oh, with that done, still with the arm, I'm going to first make a connection, add an edge loop here. So ring and then connect. So at least I have 8 sides there, and then I'll add another one here, up here, ring, connect. Okay, so I'm going to make an inset here and then extrude that inset. Alright, so this crosses this edge loop I've added crosses the side of the shoulder. Okay, all right, so I'm going to extrude like an inset. Let me extrude. That's too much. Okay, and then I'm going to rotate my extrusion. Okay, I just need these vertices to flow up the shoulder. Alright, so first move this vertex and then F3. I can move those vertices. Alt X so that I can see next remode. Right, and then move these vertices, put them in the right position, move these vertices up, and then same for these vertices. I have, okay, so I'm going to make another loop. I'm going to make another edge loop to bisect this part of the shoulder so that I can make now my intended 4 sides where I'm going to connect the cylinders. So I want to bisect this into 4 sides, so into 8 edges, so that I have 4 polygons. Okay, so that I can connect my cylinder well. All right, okay, so I'm just making sure I have a good flow. And then give it some space. Okay, so I'm going to make an edge loop and ring it so that I can connect there. So right click, connect. Okay, connect. So I have my intended loop. Now I also want to make sure that I have I don't have stretch for the armpit. Okay, so I just want whenever she flexes, the armpits are flexing well, and I'm going to do that. Now before I do that, I need to add a cylinder that is going to make the arm, and then I'll show you the connection of the armpit so the armpit can flex well. Okay, so let me add an 8-sided cylinder. There you can see we're doing mostly cylinders, because naturally we have a cylindrical body, human shape a bit. A man would have a box like chest, but cylinders will give us, you know, the basic shape, a good basic shape to start with. Okay, so let me just add a cylinder. Okay, so I do want my model is always in the T-pose. So what I do, I first make sure my cylinder, the wrist reaches the thighs, and then I rotate it. Okay, so I'm going to put my cylinder in position. Okay, just to make sure. All right, so I'm going to reduce the radius a little, and then increase the height. Okay, so I'll do my height in negatives so that I can have it flow down. Okay, all right, so I want so that she can touch her okay. So when I add the arm, it will be, so I'm going to, it will be working well. So I'm going to rotate, I'm going to remove angle snap, and then I rotate it to give me a T-pose. Okay, maybe like that, maybe like this, but slightly bent. All right, I'll do, let me do a perfect 90 degrees, but after modeling every part of the arm, I'll have to slightly lower it down, rotate it down. Okay, angle snap, so I'm doing a 90 degrees, you can see. Okay, I've done a negative 90. Okay, and then with that done, I'm going to convert to editable poly, and then delete the caps. Just to be sure, I'm supposed to have 8 sides. Okay, convert to editable poly, and then delete the caps. So I'm going to isolate the arm, and then I delete the caps. So delete that cap, and then the cap the other side. Okay, so at this point I'm also going to hold so that I'm sure my models will, so that I'm sure I can at least recover any part in case the software crashes, or in case power goes, in case I haven't saved anything, in case there is a stage I want to go back to. This could be the right stage. Alright, so go out of isolation mode, and then I'm going to select these edges. Remember the human arm, or it's cylindrical, but then it's also conical. So that's the reason why I'm scaling this down. Okay, and I'm also going to scale it to the Y in my perspective, so that it's not perfectly cylindrical, but a little, you know. Okay, so with that done, I'm going to bisect it into two. I'm going to make a connection in the middle there. That's good. And then with that connection, okay, I'm going to select these vertices, and then I'm going to move the connection slightly to the Y in my top view, and then I'm going to make another connection and divide this into 2 segments, but then I'm going to slide the segment up a little. Yes, and then with that done, I'm going to rotate these so that I can have you see, with the arm, your wrist, we have 2 bones. So your wrist, whenever you twist your arm, you have your flesh and muscles flexing here. So that's what I'm trying to replicate. So I rotate it like that. Okay, and then okay, I just need them to match at least at the same point, and then I'll do it slightly here. Yes. So whenever the wrist adjusts, the vertices will adjust too according to the twist of the wrist. Okay, so with that done, I'm going to subdivide this. I'm going to make at least two connections, maybe three, and then this is my mid. So I'm going to make a loop and then chamfer the loop into two edges, and then widen the distance a bit. Okay, we're good to go. We're still doing it right. I'm going to choose F3. I need to move these edges, and I'm going to do like we did via the leg. So I'm going to choose both of these, and then same to the back. So let me isolate the back of the arm. Alright, I'm doing it in a perspective. And then inset. That inset is enough. Sorry for that. Okay, and then I can pull back, not too much. Okay, so I need a stretch. There's always a stretch in this part of the arm. There's always a stretch. F3. So I need to stretch these 1, 2, sorry. Okay, so I also need to narrow these, scale on the Y a little, same for this, scale on the Y a little. Okay, so if you need details with the muscles, you can still do a few cuts, but what I usually do, okay, I'm going to add let me cut a triangle here, and then okay, so let me do a cut from here to this, to that, to that, to that. I'm trying to make that muscle that is always at that part. This. Okay. Hope we're good. No. Supposed to cut it down, yeah. Well, that's good. So I'm going to do another cut now to join these other parts. So this, okay, let me see. I'm not supposed to have a part with more than 4. Okay. Alright, so I proceed. That's in case you need those muscles. When on YouTube, I discovered that people like female character modeling than any other. I think it's one of the hardest, because it's one of my videos that has a lot of views on my channel. So it seems there are certain hard parts that make it quite difficult to model a female character, but with a male the things will be the same. But you see, female has more parts that twist. We have the boobs, we have the what, but when except for the boobs or for the breasts, the rest of the parts will be the same during modeling. See, the rest of the parts will be the same during modeling. Okay, so I've got this, and well, if you want to add those muscles, there you are. So I can pull this a bit forward. See, I can still insert. Sorry, I can still insert if I want to add more muscle. Well, I discovered I have the part I haven't joined here. Okay, so let me do a ring and then connect. I need one connection. Okay, not bad. All right, so I want to insert this still to work on that muscle. Come on, why do you have to shift? Okay, so right click, insert, in case you're interested in that muscle. Do I have any hanging vertex? Okay, alright, so let me just before I do a turbo smooth, I need to add more edges here, more edge loops there, to allow for the twisting of those parts, and then still more edge loops here. I'll first do for this part, ring, and then connect. Alright, ring and then connect. I'll do three connections. It's no problem with that, because all this part is going to be twisting. So let me add a turbo smooth and we see our results. Turbo smooth, F4 to see smooth results. Okay, so here you can do your adjustments according to what you intend to do. But there we are, we have the arm, so I just need to join the arm to my other body. Alright, so let me go to the front view, F3, shift this, Alt X to go out of X-ray mode. Okay, like I said, I'm going to rotate this down a little. That's enough. And then I'm going to target weld. I'm going to attach and then I'll bridge or target world F4. Let me see, I just need to make sure that all edges are matching. I also want to add just edges on my character, just need them rounded. Okay, so that's the problem we're having. Things face the other side. I really can't see the other side. See, need to operate somehow. But then when she's facing this side, and then maybe you have the model, you have vertices moving backwards. So whichever way that can be worked on, can see. Okay, I need to move this in. Well, okay, so I'm going to do another inset in there so that I can have a perfect shape. Okay, so I'm going to select this and then control select polygon and then inset. Okay, I'll pull that inset out, and it's the one I want to use to bridge to connect the arm. Okay, so let me delete those polygons. Okay, and just put things right. Okay, I told you I will find a way of working out the armpits, and we're going to do that just in a moment. So I need to target weld from that to this, because the arm is perfectly cylindrical, but remember our shoulder is bulgy. So right click and then attach, and then attach the arm. So I'm going to target weld. Right, so I need to move my element a bit back, so that's why I've selected element. All right, and then target weld. So I'm doing a target weld. I'm welding my arm. As I'm welding, just to let you know, there are very many ways that you can always do the same thing I do, but the thing is, which way have you mastered, you as you, or which way is easier? To tell you the truth, I've always learned the same techniques from YouTube by different people, but then you come and choose which technique works for you, or you combine techniques and get the right answers. Otherwise, you can do it in very many ways, but the thing is, I always tell some of my friends who want to learn, they ask which is the best modeling technique, and my answer is always the one you practice most. So whenever you practice, you will always find a good technique to to do your items, a good technique to resolve your modeling. Okay, so I talked about dealing with the armpits, and this is what I want to do at the moment. So what am I going to do before I do with the armpits? I want to add the boobs, but like I said, I must divide these tutorials into different parts so that you don't need to watch for long hours. It will become boring. Okay, but I'll still add a 1 hour video. Okay, so let me add the turbo smooth and we see how far we've gone. Well, isolate her, and that's her for now. So we're going to deal with the bums and then the boobs in the next video. So thanks for watching, remember to comment and don't forget to subscribe.